Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is a sultry Wednesday afternoon with 10 races to look out. There was $400,000 jackpot guarantee in the Rainbow Six. Let's look at those track and weather conditions.
Racing at Gulfstream. Good start out wide for Marie's Melody, and Spence from the far outside Honolulu Bay is being sent forward. Down toward the inside, Terrible Terra's into the top flight. Crowding up front with Jeannie's Angel joining the top flight. Now she'll back off. Out wide on the course in Summer Shore, working two better than Millie. It's a gap of another 4 to Call Me Senorita, racing ahead of the favorite Aloha Kitten. Aloha Kitten toward the back of the field as they charge around that first turn. Then it's a gap of another 2 lengths back, and in fact, Aloha Kitten is last of all through a 23-2 opening quarter. Marie's Melody won't stop till she gets to the top and leads by a length over GT's Blue Squall, who races from second. Jeannie's Angel is at the rail in third. Honolulu Bay keeping her company on the outside fourth. Spence is under a stout hold while racing in fifth, and Terrible Terra nearest the inside. They're followed by the duo of Millie, and on the outside of her goes I Need a Tequila. Put into the clear and moving up a bit now is Summer Shore, while third last, second last Call Me Senorita, and this favorite Aloha Kitten still has work to do, last of all behind a 47-1 opening half mile. 3 furlongs left to run. Marie's Melody puts away GT's Blue Squall, now has to deal with Jeannie's Angel, who's moving sharply to the leader while second. Honolulu Bay's an all-in third, running home while fourth is Millie. Terrible Terra's also in stride. Meanwhile, Aloha Kitten's got traffic ahead of her as they have the leader to catch. Marie's Melody tackled by Jeannie's Angel, who's let go for a run under Barrios on the outside. Marie's Melody tries to turn away Jeannie's Angel, but Jeannie's Angel gaining ground. Marie's Melody up for a fight. Marie's Melody still in front. Jeannie's Angel could not get by, or could she? No, Marie's Melody turned her away. Marie's Melody beat Jeannie's Angel. Third was Aloha Kitten at 137 flat. And they're off. Great start for the favorite Special Inclusion at the rail, Dark Blue Flame. Moving up on the outside, here's speed from My Glory into the top flight. Farther out and Dial a Ladies an early third. Then Should Have Known Better and Nag, Nag, Nag. Cess Party on the far outside. Followed at the rail by Watermelon Sugar, then Heart of God and Kitten's Dream at the back. Around the far turn they go. Special Inclusion holds inside ground and the lead 3 parts of a length. My Glory is still second on the outside. Nag, Nag, Nag is taken over third. Dial a Lady is back to fourth. At the rail, that's Dark Blue Flame, then Should Have Known Better, followed by Watermelon Sugar, and there's a 1/4 mile left to go. Special Inclusion nursed on the front end and still the target. My Glory still trying to go after the leader, but floated wide off the corner. Dark Blue Flame has an opportunity between horses. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Special Inclusion leads by a length and a half. Here's a late run from Heart of God. Heart of God is charging nicely, has a chance to get the leader, but is all over the place. Heart of God straightens up and surge. Here's Heart of God at Special Inclusion. Special Inclusion turned her away. Special Inclusion saved by the wire as Heart of God was charging hard in 1 minute and 4.
Happy is simply super. He polishes off an outstanding campaign with a dominant victory in the Malibu.
No medication, no problem. Run Happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
And they're up. From the center, Indy's Jewel quick away and looking for a clear advantage up on the inside. That's Threshold into the top flight. Kunal moves up to the outside and now takes over third. At the back are Cardiac Kid, Strong Ending, and Maccabim, who's nearest the inside. In the run to the first turn, it's the longest shot in the field. Indy's Jewel and Angel Arroyo on top, a length and a quarter. Down at the inside, Threshold is tugging while second. Similarly, it's Kunal who's headstrong while third. At the inside, Maccabim is there fourth with Cardiac Kid between horses and Strong Ending 3 wide. 25-3 for a very reasonable opening quarter. It's Indy's Jewel who's going as slow as he can with the advantage of a length and a quarter. Kunal turns up the heat. Now it's only a half-length lead for Indy's Jewel. Third at the inside and Threshold, followed fourth and out wide by Strong Ending. Then in between horses, Cardiac Kid and Maccabim's at the back, unhurried and no more than 3.5 off the pace through the opening half mile of 50-2. They now start to lift that at a pace now as they swing to the far turn. Kunal only a neck off Indy's Jewel for the lead. Threshold is third. Cardiac Kid gets the hurry up fourth. 3 wide while fifth is Strong Ending. He's been wide on both turns. And Maccabim starts to stoke the boilers, last of the 6, as they run around the far turn. Kunal has come away with the lead into the clear. Threshold goes on the attack second. Maccabim running on between horses. He's now third. Back to fourth, Indy's Jewel. Cardiac Kid hasn't kicked it in. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Threshold up on the outside to take the lead. Kunal fights back second, and these two are kicked well clear of Maccabim, who's now third. It's Kunal coming back at Threshold. Threshold trying to straighten up. Threshold does straighten up, and now he puts him away. Threshold is in front. Kunal second, Maccabim third, Indy's Jewel fourth, then Cardiac Kid and Strong Ending. And they're up. Clean and level beginning. Soon after the start, it was Blossom Bow and Fiyama Mama who went looking for the lead. Up to Daisy Dew nearest the inside. Up on the far outside, Barrio Forever into the top flight. Mia's Bobtail is a bit keen between horses. Widest of all is Red Kitten, and it's a gap of 4 to the late-running Coffee Futures. Out of the chute and onto the main course, Fiyama Mama has a tussle with Blossom Bow. They're in lockstep and 2 better than Up to Daisy Dew, watching the action unfold third. Mia's Bobtail is there fourth. Red Kitten on the outside is now fifth. Back to 6 goes Barrio Forever. And then it's another half length back to Coffee Futures, who improves nearest the inside. They go to the half-mile grounds. Fiyama Mama has the lead. In hand while second is Blossom Bow. Back to third, Up to Daisy Dew. Back to fourth, and Mia's Bobtail. Coffee Futures runs into fifth, getting inside of Red Kitten, and Barrio Forever drops back last. 46-4 for the opening half mile, and Blossom Bow turning up the heat on Fiyama Mama. Blossom Bow to the top. Fiyama Mama's all in second. These two have gone aggressively as Up to Daisy Dew strides forward into second. Running home while fifth is Coffee Futures, just inside of Mia's Bobtail with a quarter of a mile left to go. Angel Arroyo just looked over his shoulder. He sees he has Up to Daisy Dew in the rearview mirror. A length and a half behind while second. Coffee Futures now third, then Barrio Forever. Now there's an eighth of a mile to go, and Blossom Bow finishing it up nicely here has opened a 5-length lead. Up to Daisy Dew is clearly second. The battle's for third between Coffee Futures and Barrio Forever. Even money? It's easy money on Blossom Bow, who's a 4-length winner. Up to Daisy Dew was second. Barrio Forever third. Coffee Futures finished fourth. And they're off. Silver Connection away well from an outside draw. Checked hard to last was King of Rock, the favorite. Inconvenienced badly at the start and is last of all. Now moving to take over the lead is 50 Cents from Valid Exchange, who's right alongside. Nothing But Net is together with Silver Connection. They're third and fourth. On from fifth is Auger, no place to go yet. Then back to Churchill's Victory and Uncaged the Cat out wide. Cold Warrior is near. Wow, Auger was in an impossible spot. Clipped heels and unseated the rider. As they round the far turn, the leader is still Valid Exchange. As they make their way to the top of the stretch, it's Valid Exchange and 50 Cents. Valid Exchange, the leader. On the outside, Nothing But Net comes to call second. It's Valid Exchange and Nothing But Net. On from third, Cold Warrior. Cold Warrior running home pretty well, but the leader is now Nothing But Net. Cold Warrior up the inside. Valid Exchange for a slice. Nothing But Net wins. Second is Valid Exchange. Third was Cold Warrior. And they're up. It was a good beginning for Pont de Garde from an inside draw. Moving up on the far outside, Robin Taking Charge is now on the go. And from the outside gate, Robin Taking Charge to the top. My Point Exactly was a bit slow into stride, but he's second now and tugging on the rider. From third, Pont de Garde away in early fourth is Colonist. Then back to Mr. Wrench It together with Bourbon and May. Nearest the inside, Shidoshi is third last. The two at the back, Surf Shack and Rule Yourself. In the run around the first turn, they have Robin Taking Charge as the early target. He leads by a length and a quarter. My Point Exactly is second, Pont de Garde. Down at the inside is now third, followed fourth by Colonist. Early fifth is Bourbon and May. Sixth at the rail and Mr. Wrench It. Seventh and out wide, Rule Yourself. Then Surf Shack and Shidoshi. Just over 5 furlongs left to journey. Robin Taking Charge has the lead. The rail is open for Pont de Garde, but Rodriguez will sit chilly for the time being, as My Point Exactly is still second. From fourth and Colonist, being asked some questions early by Victor LeBron, a length and a half in front of Bourbon and May. Then Rule Yourself, who knifes between horses at the rail, and Mr. Wrench It. Second last is Surf Shack, and the trailer is still Shidoshi. 49 and 2 for the opening half mile. The pace starts to quicken as they round the far turn. My Point Exactly is on even terms with Robin Taking Charge. Pont de Garde has had a very good run of it. He's now getting ready to tip and roll 3 wide. Back to fourth and trying to run home is Bourbon and May. At the inside and Rule Yourself. So Rodriguez actually stayed put with Pont de Garde. Now he's got no place to go as the leader is My Point Exactly over the top. Down at the inside, Pont de Garde got his rail split. Down the center and Bourbon and May. Bourbon and May charging at the leader. Pont de Garde, these two kick on. Pont de Garde and Bourbon and May. Bourbon and May on the outside. Pont de Garde toward the rail. On late, Rule Yourself, but it's Bourbon and May. Pont de Garde is second, very close for third. Either My Point Exactly or Rule Yourself in 148 and 1. At the post, and they're up. From the center, Aker begins nicely at the inside. Our Mercedes boy moves to challenge. Up on the outside, Create again won't be far away. Even Mead into the top flight, although he's taken in hand. Geonosis is on the far outside. The two at the back, Alustra and Ice-T. Out of the chute and onto the main track. Create again, 3 wide, challenging Our Mercedes boy for the lead. Acre is between horses, now racing in third, a gap of 2, Geonosis. An early fourth well out in the clear. Meade is next toward the rail, followed next by Ice-T, and Alerstra's at the back. 23 and 3 for the opening quarter, 5 furlongs left to go. Create again, and Christian Torres on top now by a length. Our Mercedes Boy is second, Acre is now third, Meade is between horses fourth. Geonosis is 4 wide while fifth, ahead of Acre and Ice-T, or rather of Alustra and Ice-T at the back. Into the far turn they go. Meade just slammed on the brakes as Create again continues to roll along up front. On the outside, Acre is now second. Our Mercedes Boy tucked in third. He needs a way out. Meade is now fourth, then Geonosis. Ice-T getting started on the far outside, and Alustra's at the back. They run past the 5/16. Our Mercedes Boy crying for racetrack. Zayas trying to thread the needle here, and here's our Mercedes Boy through at the fence and on to take over the lead. Back to second is the early pace setter Create again. Geonosis is next. Ice-T on the far outside. Less than a quarter of a mile to go, and our Mercedes Boy striding clear. He leads now by 3. Meade is up the inside, down the stand side. Alustra from between horses. Geonosis. Final 16th of a mile. We're in uncharted territory for our Mercedes Boy, but he's finishing the job. Our Mercedes Boy wins by a length and a quarter. Meade second, Geonosis third. Alustra ran fourth. They are at the post, and they're off. Bahamian Beat, the favorite, blasts out of there and establishes the lead and the rail and leads a length and a quarter over Apache in second, and Don V on the outside moving over. He's now striding forward, and Don V is going to be very close to Bahamian Beat inside half a mile from home. Diligent is nearest the inside, followed by Seeger. Then it's back to Halo's Dance and Carson and I with Sir Aggravator at the back as they round the far turn. The two favorites are first and second. Bahamian Beat with the advantage. Don V up alongside now second. Diligent ridden to the leaders while third. Apache is back to fourth, on from fifth. That's Sir Aggravator with a quarter of a mile left to go. It's Bahamian Beat who's asked to quicken and still maintains the lead. Diligent coming up the inside with Don V over the top. These three have kicked on with now an eighth of a mile to go. It's Jaramillo trying to get one more furlong from Bahamian Beat. Don V is next. Here's Apache with renewed energy down the stand side. Apache making a late surge at Bahamian Beat. Bahamian Beat, Apache, here's the line. It's Bahamian Beat. I think he held on. Bahamian Beat from Apache, then Don V, 58 and 2. And they're off. She's second in the two-path. Ground on her inside. Race. And a quarter of a mile to go, and he's 6 on top. It's last of the 12 as they roll into the backstretch. And they're off. From the center, Jay's Indian Charm begins the best and tries to establish an advantage. At the rail, Sayonara Baby sent through to try to save the rail. Traves is away in early third. Back to fourth, Take Charge Morella. Then the two favorites, Bargain Air second last. And at the rail, Baccarat Fashion improves with an inside lane. Field separated by about 5 lengths as they run to the half-mile pole with Jay's Indian Charm in front. By a length now over Traves in second. Sayonara Baby is third. Bargain Air given some more rain by Burgos, moving up while fourth. Back at the rail, Baccarat Fashion. And the trailer is Take Charge Morella. Around the far turn they go. Jay's Indian Charm has been hounded every yard by Traves. Bargainaire waiting her turn. She's traveled well into the race and is now in the clear with Sayonara Baby looking to thread the needle on the rail. Baccarat Fashion will have to do better than that while second last in the wrap, the top of the stretch. Bargainaire floats very wide off the corner. That's good news for Sayonara Baby fans as Sayonara Baby cut the corner nicely and opens 3 now. Down the center, Bargainaire up the rail, Baccarat Fashion from between Jay's Indian Charm. Final 16th of a mile, Sayonara Baby on the board at 5-1. She saved ground off the corner and she'll win it. It's Sayonara Baby in front by 3. Bargainaire is second and third, Baccarat Fashion at 111 flat. Ready for a start. And runners away. Taking a very bad stumble was the one swinging on a star. Fuentes did everything he could but came unseated. The one is unseated the rider. Good start for Money House up on the outside. Big Gray's Day as O'Driscoll's beaten for speed and tries to keep up. Nobody Knows Nothing on the far outside is now into third. In between horses, it's Nitpick, then Channelin' and Trini Dancer, and Last Jet out on the outside. O'Driscoll, the big favorite's being ridden. He's not responding, not even a little bit right now, as Money House duels with Big Gray's Day. Prado trying to get home on Nobody Knows Nothing, third and trying to tack on. In fourth is the big favorite O'Driscoll. Outside of him and Trini Dancer, Last Jet out, running home pretty well on the far outside. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Money House now has the lead by 2.5. O'Driscoll between horses down the center of the racetrack. Last Jet out with Trini Dancer coming on. Final 16th of a mile, and if you backed Money House, you can go collect. Money House on the board at 10-1. He wins, giving Angel Arroyo a riding double. O'Driscoll is second, third is Trini Dancer, and fourth, Last Jet out in 59-2.
And that wraps up Wednesday's card. Remember, we're dark for live racing on Thursday, but we're right back here on Friday. And Friday means it's Stronach 5 day, so that race will start about 3:15 at Laurel. We have 2 races from Gulfstream Park, 9-race card here on Friday. Good night. Good luck.